like fatalities are already at a certain bar. This one was just like, oh my god, like oh my god,
she was still alive.
Yes, and then oh lord, dude, I was just like, this is getting out of hand. We're gonna need some more therapy sessions for some people after this.
If I may.
Of Boone, Ed Boon talking about like, oh, Reptile was born here, this and that. And it's like, okay, for sure we're gonna get something Reptile related, and then we get the official Banished trailer that popped in, and a lot of people got thirsty real quick over Reptile. They did when we're talking, man. They were not joking when they were going, we're gonna just take everything you know about MK and we're going to just refresh it. We're gonna give it a new feel and we're gonna do our own thing with it. I'm like, how much can you remix something? And within the first couple seconds to show Reptile like already have layers to him, more layers than he's ever had in the franchise before, within, I don't know, 30 seconds, right? 30 seconds in,
we got age, we got
we got a reasoning for his exile. He's like, I'm a freak to my people because I can transform this way. I've been harassed, I was banished because of it. I was just like, bro, those seem like throwaway lines, but damn, you're already you're making such development in the character development. It's insane. I was like, damn, what a good job. And then the gameplay, bro,
yeah, but then
he looks sick.
But they made him a ninja again for once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, a full ninja, right? Like he's an actual hooded with the mask and all, kind of once again being like, why does he look like everyone else, right? Why is he playing that factor? He's trying to hide, right? He's trying to hide in plain sight. He can transform into a human, and he went ninja. It makes sense. It all makes sense.
It does, but I mean, look, I give them credit. The one thing I really feel from this now, just the voice acting alone, in the actions, it feels like Injustice, like the same vibe I got from that, where I was like, this is going to be amazing, right? Story-wise, I'm captivated, I'm sold, right? Even if I wasn't playing for fighting game aspect, I'm already in. But what I'm curious is why they chose ninja when we have like 6 ninjas already, right?
I know, there's so many ninjas. This is great. I love it. Give me all the ninjas.
Blending. Shut up. No.
I love it. He's like,
that's why there's so many ninjas. He had to pick ninja.
And it's just a nostalgic factor. I'd rather have him there than be an assist.
Yeah, true, absolutely true. And then we've got
not just that. Before we go to Ashrah, did you notice, like in the story mode, Johnny Cage is also blending in?
Yes, I saw I saw him. He's in costume and such. Like we're getting so many story beats all over the place, and it's very interesting. I'm like more curious about where this is going with that too.
Exactly, and they're building a world that even in the last trailer was there, just like. The world building on each stage, even like in this, you'll see like an evil looking forest as well.
Dude, the dead forest. But I mean, just look at this. Look at the festival that they show him watching over in the moon, right? And it's like, maybe is that even a callback to the pit? Oh, he's always around the moon, La Luna. Look to the Luna, La Luna for it and stuff. And he's at night and he's like just scurrying around. I'm like, bro, there could be so many call outs here and layers in it. But like,
is it bad?
Anyway.
Is it just bad that I thought like when he was standing up there, it's like Assassin's Creed,
right? Yeah, I was kind of feeling it. I mean, the way he was moving around, but also shout out to like his Reptile version, his actual true form, amazing. Much more like the movie. Like, are you noticing that? Shang Tsung already, who's gonna DLC confirmed and all that. We've seen him trailers, this, that, and the other. Already looks like the Shang Tsung from the 2022 movie.
Yeah.
Some year, and now this reptile transformed version looks closer to that version in the movie as well.
I just like the one, and we'll go on. I just love the one move where he slides under and he bites the leg, and you see him do the full twist. I was like, this is the most animation that I've seen.
The death roll,
Mortal Kombat,
literally a death roll from an alligator is what he just did. Like, hold up, and we get the stat, we get the acid. Oh, is it later? Okay, then we'll check it.
Yeah, just like when he does a sweep with his tail, but
oh my god, it's so awesome! It's so awesome. They definitely went like Ashrah, yeah. So, for my 3D heads, not you, Gabe, who knew who that character was, to see her come back after 17 years, 16 years, something like that. It came out like in 2005, I think. she was introduced actually back in the game, and once again giving her more character development, much more. She's just a throwaway character, which is important. And like Liu Kang is even like, he's all seeing, like, it's crazy to see him, and he's just like, Ashrah, and I can't remember what he called Reptile, but it's like his original name. He says it in the trailer. Sizos, there we go, thank you. Sizos, and he's like, he knows of all these actions going on, and then and you thought that was just it. And then they hit us again, and they're like, yo, fucking Havoc and what's her name? Sadira? I think that's her name off the top of my head.
Doug, that's KI, buddy.
Am I thinking KI? My bad. KI. Sorry, my bad.
Havoc, I thought it was Shang Tsung because he threw a skull at her. I didn't know. I didn't even know who it was during the trailer.
Oh yeah,
I got it. I was just gonna say, I gotta admit, he's probably the coolest looking. Like, I like Reptile, but he looked the cool. Havoc looked the coolest, man. So I thought he snapped his neck when I first saw the video, but no, he like rips open his own mouth and sends out the little blood ball. I was like, oh my god! And then obviously later on, we get the vibes that he does like atrocitus, like blood in your mouth type stuff. And I was like, this character is going ham. But I love the animations for him. They're just very creative.
I didn't think about the atrocitus angle. Serena is who the assist was. She's also a pretty big cameo. Saw her in her demon form and even in her human form and such, playing with Havoc. But yeah, I didn't think about the atrocitus like angle. Like, I'm like, how could they make Havoc like unique? And I'm like, oh yeah, like they were already doing something similar with atrocitus in Injustice 2. They're just using that as somewhat of a blueprint, but they can go even more gorier, right? Like, he's twisting his spine, he's punching you till his arms fall out, then he's stabbing you with the bones underneath. Like, that is so brutal.
Fatality levels.
Brutal.
Is it me, or does Serena seem less like an assist, like a cameo, and seems more like his summon? It's so weird to me. I keep thinking that.
Yeah, it threw me off a little bit seeing her like in that form, because she transforms into it, right? And I didn't know it was the same character until she transformed. I was like, does she have a demon form? And I'm like, I just couldn't. This is deep cuts once again. They're just going in there, and you would think this is like a new original character, and people are gonna be like, no, she's been around actually, and she was in MKX once again. She was a unplayable character, but she was in cutscenes. But yeah, so post that we got to see some more Reptile gameplay, which we did get to see that death roll with after the tail swipe. Oh my god, so good, cool. So good. But yeah, we get to see some Striker, right? We get to see Striker cameo with the X-ray. I don't think we previously had seen that. Actually, I don't even remember if we did see. I think we knew Striker was coming, but I don't think we saw it.
We only saw the taser assist.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we got
the trailer.
The police brutality. Basically, this is like his MK9 X-ray. It's like really close to it. But then, oh my god, the Reptile X-ray was also just disgusting. But
if I can be honest, Havoc looks slow. I almost said Movado. Havoc looks really slow.
I could see you being confused with me like Movado.
He reminds me of Trimmer a little bit with the speed. And the movements, it's very slow but like impactful.
I just want to make a note. Is he okay?
What is he doing?
He's turned around, but no, his upper half is turned around in the background. His legs are pointing towards you. He's like twisted. Okay. It's so weird. But yeah, the movesets. The fatality. By the way, was just insane to watch. Just completely obliterated the feathers, or the demon.
Yeah, the crowd went wild for that.
Oh yeah,
I had to take it back, because when I first saw the first part, I was like, man, this shit is whack. And then I saw that and I was like, all right, maybe it's not whack anymore.
I thought it was an X-ray. I thought it was an X-ray.
It does remind me of like the corniness of some Oh my god, what is Cetrion's finisher?
Yeah, the one where she like
3 claws at you.
Yeah, after she destroys your legs and this and that, and then she throws the 3 claws after you've been barbecued. Yeah, similar. It just goes on. It's like, just please die. Just die already. So yeah, the trailer overall was just it was hype. The energy was up the entire way. 4 new characters to show off, or at least 2 new characters that are playable, and then a bunch of cameos, right? Some story. And some awesome fatalities, which they kept the energy up. New stages we got to see, right? The Dead Forest, like you said earlier, and they kept it all the way to the top. Then we got the Reptile fatality, which was just like fatalities are already at a certain bar. This one was just like, oh my god, like oh my god,
she was still alive.
Yes, and then oh lord, dude, I was just like, this is getting out of hand. We're gonna need some more therapy sessions for some people after this.
If I may, it is still, that is actually, it's gonna sound weird, that is a throwback fatality. How come, Gabe? Well, here's why.
Yeah, who asked that?
He in Mortal Kombat 2, you could teleport.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
You can go invisible
and do a fatality, which you would just tear the torso off.
Yeah,
and it's like, what did he do in invisibility? So this trailer showed that he can go invisible, and he can also be a lizard. So he went invisible, turned into a lizard, and ate her. Like, it's the same, and I like it because you get to see it. Sort of like when you get to see Raging Demon from Oni. Stuff like that is cool.
Yeah,
I like those throwbacks type deals.
I gotta say, this story for me is the biggest thing because it's just been shaping up. It feels like the restart, like how Raiden was finding his warriors. It feels like Liu Kang's doing the same, but he's willing to go like even deeper and darker for what he needs for this time, because he's like, oh, it's bad, man.
We could say deeper and darker, but it's like, even Reptile doesn't seem like he's a bad guy. For all we know, we don't know. We don't know if he's going to maybe betray them or something like that. But like even he states like versus Katana, he's like Princess, my intent, you're misinterpreting my intentions, and then he's not trying to actually, maybe as far as I can tell, he's not trying to actually be malicious. Like, he seems like he's a victim, and he's part of Liu Kang's crew. Like, he is actually a part of the defenders of Earth, right? Of Earthrealm or whatever.
But that's the thing. He's the defenders of Earth now are way abnormal. They're not like
it's a little
typical, like normal. Like they're not like normal humans anymore. Well, you know what I mean? It's like when.
Well, they come from other realms as well. No, not necessarily. But the thing is, Shang Tsung is the total, jerk what's it called? He's mischievous. He's the mischievous one, and he will obviously convince Reptile, hey, you're on the wrong side, or
maybe
how much do you want this? Or he'll convince him with shapeshifting or something. Like, that's definitely the Shang Tsung aspect we haven't seen yet.
Or Quan Chi. Quan Chi may be DLC,
but
he may be DLC, but remember, we do see his skull literally in the trailer. Like, someone shot his projectile, even though it's supposed to be, it shows Havoc and stuff, but maybe
this is his land.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, where the other characters are going to come in.
Maybe Quan Chi brought him back.
Who knows?
Well, one last thing I wanted to touch is that Shang Tsung is controlling everything. For all we know, he could be Liu Kang. For all we know, he could be Sub-Zero. There is dialogue in the gameplay when I was at the booth of Liu Kang and Sub-Zero arguing with each other. Why did you have to do it to them? They were blah 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 blah. People this, people that. And he's like, no, never that way. And then they push off each other and start the match. So stuff like that is pretty darn cool.